Hey guys, it is Crystal here with Art It Out. And if you're looking at my desk and you're regular, you're going, oh, we're doing something different than we normally do. And I'm not referring to the mess. I'm referring to this. Yes, we are. You guys know my word this year, and also for the group, is why not. Of course, you know, that's the group's mine, so it's my word, you know. Obviously, others are picking their own words and things like that. I don't know why I got off on that, but let's get back on. All right, why not? Well, why not? Why not? So we've had a journal, and we're getting ready to. I'm doing another why not project. I'll share it with you. Is you guys see this in the mannequin, excuse me. You know, you look at the packaging. I look at this. I don't think of mannequins like we have, but that's actually how they are written. So, anyways, I've always been drawn to these, and if you are with my Instagram, you already know all this. I've been drawn to them for I remember as a little kid seeing them once or twice. Like you know these type or littler. I was always so drawn to them. Well, I never bought one. One, because you guys know, I'm not a drawer. I'm not that type of an artist. And props to everybody that does and is. I get by, and I'm getting better and better. So I never seen the point of having one of these to study the form and use it as a prop. Well, I was in Hobby Lobby recently, and guess what? I found their selection of them, and it's been forever. You know, I haven't ever seen them in Hobby Lobby before, so I think they're newer. And they have little bitty ones for like keychains, and then I think he's the biggest, and he's a good size. If I recall, he's he's over 12. So, anywho, I got him. I used 50% off, or 40% is what it is, right? Yeah, 40. So regular price is where I round up is 12. So 6 is half, so there you go. Why did I get it? Why not? When I seen it, it popped in my head, ooh, I want to write. I think it would be so cool to just get him home and art on him and maybe make some silly photos with him, share with you guys. You know, I really am drawn to it. So, being my word, why not? I said, why not? Picked it up, and off we went. So, I got him home. I was disappointed because his joints, you see right here, I wanted to do like some yoga poses on him, you know, because, you know, hey, that's how I run. But you can't really get his, you know, hips to work. So, I'm a little disappointed in that, but it's not going to deter me from arting him out. He's just going to be a little bit different. And hopefully the next one I get. Yes, you already see that? This is something I think I'm going to keep doing. At least get one where the hips move where I can do those cool poses. Why? Because why not? It's fun. It makes me feel giddy like a kid inside. So, there is one of my why nots. I'm sorry I got off on that. Let's back to what I was talking about. We are going to be doing paper beads. Different varieties of paper beads. That is going to be this next series. I was going to do it for February prompt for the month. But because of I'm a very do now, not later person. It's my mindset because you never know what's going to be around the corner. It'll be put back. You'll forget about it. Something could happen. It'll be put aside. So I am a very firm believer of do things and when you want to do them, and you know, instead of who knows when. That's just how I am. Yeah, drives my family crazy. Let me tell you. Anywho, so we'll probably start it right now. whenever you're seeing this is when we're starting this journey. And it'll be a series or the monthly prop. We'll see when this comes out. And then my thought is at the end of the month, it's not like we're doing them every day or anything, but I'm going to have, I think that's going to be kind of a bunch of props series in order. Anyways, for the edit group, of course, you guys here on YouTube. And then at the end of making all these cool different beads, because it's not just going to be paper beads, and I'll hit, they're all going to be paper bead form, but there's different types. There's all kinds of methods. This isn't anything new. So, I was thinking we could do a swap. And then the purpose of the swap is you can take all the beads you swap with and make you like a bracelet or a necklace, or if you're not into that type of thing, you can make some jewelry for your journals or a keychain, a lot of different things. But the fun thing is you'll have beads from a lot of people. These are really light. They're going to be they're going to be able to travel in an envelope, because as long as you don't make them too chunky monkey. If you go overboard, well, then you probably have to pay more because they'll be fatter. But nothing horrible, okay? I could send these even a little bit more blinged out overseas with just a few of them for the $1, what is our stamp? I think $1.25 for US, just an international. So they're cheap. So we can do a lot of them. We can swap a lot of these beads, instead of just doing one, do 10. Swap with 10 different girls. This did beads. I don't know what the perimeters are going to be yet. This is just kind of talk. And what I've got bouncing around, it could be 5 beads each from each girl, or 10. And that's what you send each other. And if you did it from 10, you're going to have a bunch of beads to choose from, and you can make a cool arted out friendship bracelet, or, a lot of cool things. And we'll get into more of that. But today's video is on just regular old paper beads. So if you know how to make paper beads, and you're like, oh, I'm good, it's okay, I understand. Just remember that they're made from all kinds of paper. So just remember that. Now for everybody else that's either new or just needs a refresher, you can use any type of paper you want, any type and every type. And I suggest you play and try and see what you get from different types of paper. I have a couple here. I have these and I do have I should have said announced it, the zoom in on. I know it can mess up some viewers' eyes, so I usually leave it off, but I did put on for you guys to see. These are, and I do apologize, the light's not great. And you guys aren't going to see them great. I will add pictures. I want one. I will add pictures, and hopefully you'll be able to see them better, but they're really pretty, I swear. And I dropped one, which is really going to pee me off, because, there it is. These are a labor of time for me. They're not, I know a lot of people do these and they're like really zen about it. I'm not. Okay. It's night time, which is what it normally is. My lighting sucks. I gotta figure it out, guys. Anybody knows any cheap lighting solutions that help, like, while video recording if we don't have the glare? Let me know. I'm always looking for that. Just the lighting's so expensive. This is my encyclopedia pages rolled, and it had some different. These were wipe up papers. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let me show you one. Like one of these, just a mop up page, wipe up. Some of them were really grungy, that kind of look, like that. So I think the more colors the better. But anywho, that was from the encyclopedia, and this one, of course, was one I just showed you. You can see the difference, and of course, I love this size. About, for me, it may be a little bit bigger, because like I said, these are the basics, but I like it. And you see mine are different shapes, and that's because I'm wonky like that. And that's how we roll, and I'll explain how we do that. Now this is, I just started, as you can see, and I love these, is a piece of jelly plate print. And it's really long. I think it's 13. No, I think it's 13 wide. I don't have any more of these, so I need to buy some. I got that paper at Walmart and like just the photocopy images. And yeah, where is? I have some more, and they're on my drying rack here after they got glazed. And these are actually pieces. Uh-oh. Move that around so I don't get glued on. These are actually pieces of, oh shoot, what is it? I know what it is. Just like the fancy, I had a bunch of these scraps. This is what brought all this on. I had a bunch of these cut scraps. I made a bunch of envelopes. I did a little giveaway on the group, and I got to send out like 15, so I made 15 envelopes for it. So I had these pieces. And I thought, ooh, you know what we could do with those paper beads? Well, I started it, and then all this came to popped in my head. I thought, oh my god, that would be so cool. You know, we could make bracelets out of them. Yeah, I don't know. Might be a little childish. You know, who cares? Why not? So those are these. I wasn't when I did them. I wasn't thrilled with how you like my redneck drying rack here. I'll talk about that too. I don't know. I wasn't like Uday and Autumn just because of the papers I have here aren't ones. I'm not into that kind of color. You know, it's just not my favorite. I like those better. But it's not the paper. And I do like these are a little thicker, so they have more substance. So keep that in mind too. No! I am keeping them separate so I can take pictures and, you know, all that jazz. I want to make sure I showed them all to you. So, how do we do this? Alright, I have gotta go tinkle. So, alright guys, so to make your paper bead, what do you need? You need, well, either you're going to cut with a pair of scissors, or you're going to need a mat and some type of cutter. Ruler would be helpful. And something round to wrap your beads around. I've seen everything. This is actually a like meat skewer, you know, veggie skewer. We like to do veggie skewers during the summer barbecues. So we had a bunch of these and I've used them. Anywho, you can see wow, it's that big. It's not huge. If you have the pokey tool from, it's bigger than that. It's just this average skewer. It's not a jumbo, so I know y'all have seen them. So use what you have. You know, I've seen everything from the backs of brushes, kneading, the smaller needle, oh my goodness, knitting needles. Woo! I can talk, and normally that's not a tongue twister. Seen the smaller knitting needles being used a lot, actually. So use what you got. But remember, if you go too big, your beads are going to be huge. So that would be cool if you're like making a curtain or wall hanging or something on the bigger scale. But if you're thinking on this line, guys, and on most of us, because all the things I've talked about besides what I just meant, you would want a smaller bead. If you have a honkin' you have a bigger piece and you do that, the paper is going to be thin, but your hole's going to be big, and it's going to chance of it compressing and tearing up. And so keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. But you know me, make it yours. And use what you got too. You guys, I try to come up, like the journal. We did have to buy something for that, unless you by chance had the right type of glue. But I try to make it affordable for everybody, because you guys know I'm not by any means able to do the extravagant type of ones that ask for a lot of supplies and things. So look for things that all of us can do at all levels of arting and crafting, and at all levels of money. So, all right, now, as I am just chitter-chattering away, I want to start off with what I started off with, which was the first thing, was papers like this. Mop up ones. I thought this would be pretty. I like these, but then I just got those. No, let's pick something else. Had some earlier. Well, you guys, once I make one. So yeah, I use these. I like them. I need more though, so let's go to this. Okay. This is about the size. Actually, it is the size of. Let me double check. Oh, a little bit smaller, but still pretty big. And those are the encyclopedia pages. So those are really thin. So we had these papers are literally 10 inches long, I think. Yeah, 9 inches long. But, and these were 12. And you still got about the same thickness is what I'm talking about. Because of the thickness of your paper. So if you don't have really long paper, don't let that get you upset. Think about using maybe a thicker quality of paper, for you can get a thicker beads. So here we go. Simple, simple. And you guys know me, I'm not a measurer on much. Who wants to be, right? So you needed to go to a point is what you're trying for a one that looks like this. Okay, I'm going to bring it way up. Okay, you see how the middle's fatter and it just went out and went back in? Okay, so for those, what you need is like the perfect triangle. No straight edges. And it literally needs to be completely angled, because if it's not, you're going to get more of a flat bead. And did I do any flat beads? That one look kind no. I haven't done any flat, and when I mean flat, they're just one width, so they don't have the which I think makes the beads so cool. So, all right, let's get this show on the road. Let me shut up and do this. That side is already. What I do, because I don't measure, and I'm not a great cutter, is I line my sheet up straight, where I can see kind of the lines, how much, and I eye it. That's how I do it. That's going to be a little tight, but I'm not too worried about it. And I don't want humongous beads either, It's easy to make those triangles if, you go, that's, oblongy. But if you're trying to make them thin for smaller beads, shorter beads, I guess, it is harder to stay away from that line of almost straight. So, and I probably butchered all of that. I'm having issues here. I'm really been struggling cutting on here. Okay, here we go. Since I went to the bigger paper. There we go. Let's go here. So yeah, I do it. Now, I'm going to cut a couple here. Just one. Once you see it done, it's not really going to change. Now you need a glue. I see most people that do these on tutorials and things like that. They use like Eileen's, Mod Podge, things like that. I have been just gluing them with the glue stick. Because they get a glaze at the end like these, I put a varnish type on there, so it's going to stick it down really well too. So I don't feel like I need to worry about them unraveling, because one, this glue is the shiz, and two, the varnishy thing holds them in pretty good. A tip, you can kind of do this with it to get it started to curl. Might be a little easier so you're not fighting. That's really helpful when you have the thicker papers. Okay, now there is no easy way to do this. Just kind of go with it and see how I do it. I just run some on there and then keep wrapping. I hope. Let me see if I can see it. Now see how mine, I roll and it comes undone. Don't get frustrated. You might not have the problem. My problem is my fingers. And I thought this was a fun way, because I know a few of us have, you know, problems with their hands, arthritis, pain, medical reasons they can't do as many as they like. This is a fun way to make you a good set, but a good way to get a bunch of different types of beads without having to make them all. You know, swap like that. And save our hands. But be fun. So you're just rolling, wrapping. Make sure you move that around a little bit here and there for it does not get glued down. So, and slowly wrap. Now, this one I'm really concentrating hard on. And you just keep wrapping. Keep in mind, you try to keep that middle for these in the middle. Now, if you're like me, and oh darn it, you're not perfect and you don't get that perfect cut, it's okay. You're just going to get some fun looking beads. I always go around it like that, and then all I do is I hit it with my dryer a little bit, just real quick, and then pop it down. And it's dry enough that it's not gonna stick to anything, but if you're really worried, use a piece of wax paper. Well, it's a little tacky. Okay, that's it. Okay, it's really easy. Here are like a few of my kind of all over beads. I like them. They show that they come in all sizes. These are my not so stellar cuts, so they gave me oblong weird shapes. I like them. I think they're cool. The one on top that's shiny is the one that's been glazed, so is what they call it. It's varnished or matte medium or Mod Podge. What else? Anything like that. Okay, don't get hung up on. You need to use what I use. Only varnishy type of stuff I have is this Liquitex gloss medium and varnish. Yes, it is pricey. Must say 32. I used a 40% off coupon. Okay, that's how I got this. And I got this purchased at $620.18. On my more pricier items, I'm sorry, this is pricey. This is hard for me to choke down and buy. It really is. When that's the first time I'm buying them, I'll put on the date, for I know, well, it may have costed me, you know, like I said, it was 40% off. May have costed me, you know, $25, 20, you know, 20, it wasn't even 25. but it lasted me, 6 months, a year. And you look at it that way, start looking at it like that, and it helps you keep track where well, that one doesn't take, that one I used too much of and it didn't really save me money. Let's try a different brand. Oh, don't get so set on that. So this time I'm going to put my point down here, okay? So that means that will be on top. Let me make sure that's still, see, that's pretty, that's on, that's pretty flat. See how that's flattened? I cut that one. It's about every few that I have to waste a little bit of paper and cut a strip off to get it the shape again. And it's not just me, I've watched other people, so that's better. It doesn't make me feel so bad. So yeah. Come on, get going. That's not too bad. They give me one of those rolly cutters. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe I'll find one in clearance. That would be awesome. It's getting that time of year where, well, at least last year, that Hobby Lobby starts clearancing out their stuff. It was fantastic. I loved it and got so much stuff last year for so little money. That was my year. I was able to art because I would be able to art no matter what, because I started with 50-cent Walmart paints and I still use some of them. So depending on the colors. So some of these I have more problems with than others. So you can see I had a real time getting that one started. And the nice thing is if you use like a wooden skewer, or something wooden, the nice thing is if you get going and it starts getting gunky or whatnot, it's easy to take a piece of sandpaper and sand it a little bit so your things slide easier and don't get hung up on stuff. So, and sometimes I am not a great making it stay on the right path, and I go everywhere. I try not to, but it's harder. Easier said than done. So, and I made a bunch of these, all those yesterday, last night, and my hands didn't bother me. Really, it wasn't too bad at the time. Now today, they're really sore. So, definitely something. Maybe make some, take a day off, make some, or make a couple, like 1 or 2 a day, and not so many. That's a thought. Especially if your day is busy or your life's busy, and that's one reason why you don't do swaps and things, is because time. I like the blue end, not so much the white end. So yeah, this could be something you could do because it's not going to take a lot of your time. You could do 1 bead a day for a month, one certain type, and you'd have, well, depending on the month, but if it's February, you'll have, 28. So, add a couple more, that's 30. You could do, a few swaps with those to get your art yummies. I'm gonna cut that up again a little bit. There we go. There. it's simple, easy peasy, beautiful. Cover girl. Now you can use, like I said, any type of stuff. I'm gonna try after I do this one. I have over here two in mine. When I got this jelly plate out, print out, I got this out, and I don't know how good you guys are gonna be able to see it. Let me see. Oh, you might see it a little bit better. But anyways, it's got this really cool. But what it is it's like tracing paper. Type of a thing. I had a bunch, but I think I got from a thrift store. And I tried jelly printing on it. It printed, but not fantastic. So I have a bunch of these. And I thought, you know, that would be, I think, a cool, maybe make a cool bead. So I got it. I'm trying to cut the freaking stuff off right now over here. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah. This is really breaky. God, it breaks like glass. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. I'm betting not. I'm thinking it's gonna break up, but we will try. That's. Ugh. I broke my nail way down there. Oh, it hurts. Bentley Michael, what am I gonna tell you? Since that razor did that, we're gonna actually cut it. Go to put it up and go to sleep. Let's see. Guess that I'm just going for it. I don't have so I'm doing it by eye. Let's go ahead and try this one first. My thought is I don't know how good the glue stick's going to work on this. This is all not working right off the bat, but we're gonna try. It doesn't hurt to try, guys. One thing that everybody has, well, most everybody. I don't like saying everybody because you never know situations, but one thing that's readily available is, oh my goodness. I'm trying to get this stuff rolling and it's not wanting to. Magazines. And some of those really pretty. They can know on this, guys. You can get some really cool. Come on, work. Designs on it. So yeah. Well, it's hard to get caught. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. I got it. So let's try. I think I got it on the wrong side there. Darn it. I wanted it on the painty paper, but this still looks cool, just not as crisp. So my bad, but at this point I'm just trying. Don't you dare come undone. Don't you dare. Well, starting was, you've seen, was a little difficult. But like I said, my I'm just gonna go around that with that really good because I don't have it on there very good. But it seems to be sticking, so I'll watch this to burn and melt probably. Would be my luck. Of course, that could work too, though. Let's see if we can get out. There we go. It is definitely a flimsier one. Not too bad. I would put extra coats on this for sure when I would finish it off. But it's pretty. Well, it looks kind of plasticky. If I can get the freaking camera to work. I really dislike. Same time that I love technology, I dislike it too. So there we go. I do like the look of it, so I might make a few, but I'm not gonna do. Those were really hurting my hands, so we'll see. So that's it, guys. Share what you're making them out of on the group. Share what they look like. What the? I love to see that. And any tips and tricks when you're doing them, I'll let everybody know. Now, like I said, this is the first one in the series, and God dang it, I am just having it today. Sorry, guys. So make sure if you're just coming on here to subscribe to the channel. That way you can get the next few videos on the other beads we're going to be making. This is just, in my opinion, very basic paper bead. We're going to do some bohemian type of beads, paper, slat, and fabric. We're going to be doing some that are not this type of, they're not a rolly paper bead. There's other paper beads. I don't want to say, and y'all start looking them up, which you probably will anyways, but gosh, I don't like that. Wow, I told you how woohoo I am. Oh man, I'm done. We're gonna leave with that. And one of those days, one of those weeks. I hope you guys are excited about this as I am. I know everybody had a rough time. Well, quite a few of you had a rough time with the January challenge of the journal, and some of you guys just aren't into that, and maybe you're into this. So, but January's journal with the glue, I know a few of you had some issues with it. Now, I'm gonna say, for all to know, we are going to be making other journals that are far more easier, I guess. I'll say that. You'll have a lot easier with. And no, you don't need to sew for these either. Well, at least not one of them. But I will tell you, everybody start, if you don't already have a little stash of cereal boxes or cardboard. Cardboard's what we're looking for. Heck, if you have boxes, cut up boxes, or just have thicker. Start saving. You want to save you a few of those up. I'm gonna go with, let's say, 10. No, let's not. I'm trying to think. And they need to be big, guys. I will have dimensions and stuff, but this is gonna be, we're gonna be making a big thing with it. So you want good size, like Rice Krispie boxes, that size, the family size especially, that's perfect. So you want a good size. We're going to be arting on them, painting on them, so yeah, it's going to be fun. So start saving those if you haven't already. That's going to be coming up. Alright, guys. I hope you have fun. Can't wait to see what you guys make this week. Making some happiness to you. And be on the lookout for the next videos, guys. Bye!